This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cageside Press here with UFC bantamweight Tony Kelly, who's preparing to fight Adrian Yanez next Saturday at UFC Austin on June 18th. Tony, first of all, we're now less than a week out from the fight. Just talk to me how you're feeling this close to the match.
I feel very excited. I'm ready to show the world everything that me and my team know. You know, a lot of people talk. A lot of people haven't seen the best of me, and I plan on showing the whole world.
Well, certainly, Tony. Look, a lot of talk, people tuning in, they probably are looking forward to wondering just your side of the story regarding the comments made in the corner of Andrea Lee's fight a couple of weeks ago. And I'd like to just open the floor to you. Is there anything you would like to say, clarify, or address regarding the comments that you made in the corner?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like I've already answered all of that on my response on Twitter, but I guess people aren't very satisfied with that response. People feel like I blaming cancel culture or whatever. No, I'm talking shit about cancel culture because, you know, my job is to relay information in a corner, and I'm really not focused on if, you know, I offend somebody or not. You know, that's the last thing on my mind. If you go back and you actually watch the fight, everyone's like, oh, you're a dumbass. Why would you say that on international television? Well, I did it, okay? If you watch the fight, you'll never hear it air. It was not air. So somebody clipped that out and sent it off into the Twitterverse just to get it at me. I don't know. But it wasn't something that was there. Yeah, of course I said that, but obviously I misspoke, and everyone who knows me knows that. So, but at the end of the day, to give a little bit of clarification on that, I was just regarding to an eye poke. I don't mean to categorize a whole nation of Brazil, and I think most people understand that, but there's other people that just want to play the victim on that. I have nothing against Brazilians. I have nothing against anyone. Actually, I dislike everyone equally. I'll put it that way, you know? So I think pretty much I've answered all that, you know? Much love to my Brazilian fans and friends, you know? If you don't like what I said, I don't know what to tell you on that. Sorry, you got your feelings hurt. I don't know.
Well, I do appreciate you addressing that with me. I know you haven't done really many interviews leading up to the fight, so I do thank you for your time to answer that. Tony, so this fight, obviously now, you know, fans have reacted the way they've reacted. I don't need to tell you that. I know for yourself, you were looking forward to fighting in Texas. You talked about this for a while, and now you're obviously fighting another, you know, Southern guy, another guy from Texas in Adrian. But do you now anticipate a little bit of that feeling like you're going into enemy territory now than you did several weeks ago when it was announced?
I mean, it is enemy territory. You know, I mean, he's from Texas. He's representing Texas, and I'm from Louisiana. I represent Louisiana. So, you know, I expect a little bit of hostility. It's no problem. I'm no stranger to it.
And then another question I did want to ask, you know, just regarding everything, just people may want to know, how are you feeling? Because obviously not just the reaction, but then you have the whole, you know, Gilbert Burns is saying he'll throw Adrian extra money. A lot of these other fighters commenting. Just what did you think of that?
I think they're just trying to ride the wave, honestly, to be really honest with you. It's just something to talk about. I think everybody who knows me, I mean, it knows the diverse group of friends in the circle I'm in. I mean, they obviously know that racist is like the stupidest thing to say. I mean, there's real racism going on in the world. You know, perhaps I may have misspoke in the minute that I have when my girlfriend, who I'm highly invested in a fight, tells me in the corner, hey, I got gouged in the eye. You know, I'm having trouble seeing. And I'm thinking, well, that's dirty. You know, that's some dirty shit. You know, maybe I misspoke, you know, and we're facing Brazilians. I mean, what do you want? I don't know. Yeah. No, cool. Sir. Throw him some money. Don't throw him some money. I don't care. I'm getting my hand raised either way. It doesn't matter.
Understood. I want to talk to you about the camp because if I'm not mistaken, this fight was announced rather recently. How long have they reached out to you? When did you know that they were targeting you for this card against Adrian or anybody?
Man, honestly, I'm not even cleared until July. I've had some issues. I tore my rotator cuff. I'm not even cleared till July. I wanted this fight. They offered this fight to me. I accepted this fight. He's ranked number 20 in the world. I really just like the matchup. He's an exciting fighter. I just think that I'm better, and I think that I'm going to show that. I'm going to show the whole world that. I haven't been able to display all of the things that I wanted to up until now. But if you take a look around, this is where I train. I train in my garage. We don't have a gym down here. We don't have like a super facility. I've got coaches. Sure, I've got coaches, but they're like more skill set coaches than they are anything else. So I'm going to show you guys.
This is going to sound like a bit of a dumb question, but I hope you can appreciate it. If you're not cleared for the rotator cuff until July, how do you pass medicals during fight week?
Well, I accepted the fight. I passed my physical, so I guess I'm good enough to compete. They just kind of pushed my hand on this, but hey, I also raised my hand, so I will oblige.
All right, gotcha. I think, people may hear that and it's like, wait, won't that just come up eventually? But all right, understood. And certainly, look, fighters have certainly come in with their number of, dings and bruises and marks up. So I certainly get that. To talk about this one now, because I know talking with Andrea, she let me know that you essentially had served as head coach, for the majority of her camp and obviously the fight. How is that just one, the shift now to the focus being on you for a fight? And then secondly, having to make that in a very quick turnaround, because obviously it wasn't like, okay, let's decompress and all that. You now just have a few weeks to, everything, prep, weight cut, all of this other stuff to go into your fight.
I just carry the momentum, I just do what I can do. I'm a fighter, man. I'm ready to fight. It just takes me a couple of weeks to get in shape to fight. I like to try to stay relatively in shape to fight. But addressing the head coach thing, man, like I'm not a head coach. I'm just a guy who cares about his girlfriend, and she's, top 10 in the world, and I want to see her do well. And I want her to wear that strap because I honestly believe in my heart that she is the champion. She can be the champion. Yeah, we had a couple little hiccups along the way, and we're ironing some stuff out, but at the end of the day, she's awesome, man. She's the head coach, you know what I mean? And I'm just here to facilitate anything that I can along the way. I'm a fighter, man. All of these people wanted to talk shit about my corner work and stuff. Dude, I'm a fighter. I'm not a head coach. I don't own a gym. This is our gym. I mean, I guess we own this gym, but it's a garage gym, man. We train to fight. And that's what we show up to do.
My next question, obviously, Adrian Yanez, 8-fight win streak. He's obviously on a roll, having entered the UFC recently. Just what are your thoughts on his game as an opponent and what you're expecting him to bring to the table on Saturday?
I mean, obviously, yeah, he's a very good opponent, He's got a great record, got a lot of finishes. I think he's got good eyes. I think he's got good hand speed. But it takes a lot more than that. This isn't a boxing match. This is MMA. And, if you got good hands, if you got good, quick, powerful, fast hands and good eyes, it's just not enough. I feel like I'm more a complete fighter. Sure, he hasn't been taken down. Davey Grant tried to take him down. One of the other guys tried to take him down. So he's got a really good takedown defense record. He's got a good high knockout record because people stand right in front of him. I expect him to come with the same ferocity, the same type of game plan that he always does. And I plan on meeting him in the middle and showing him what's up.
The Wish.com Jorge Masvidal.
Oh, that's me and one of my buddies, Zach, man. He'll be in my corner for this fight. We're just laughing, man, because, all of the commentators, everyone likes to ride this guy's coattail. Like he's the best boxer in the bantamweight division, the best boxer in the UFC. They're like, oh, he's the young Jorge Masvidal. I think Daniel Cormier or somebody said that once. And I'm like, man, when you shop for Jorge Masvidal on Amazon, That's what you get. When you shop for Jorge Masvidal on Wish.com, you get Adrian Yanez.
Did it bother you at all that this fight was on the prelims? Because I do think even for fight night, people thought, you know, this particular matchup should get that main card love.
No, hey, it don't bother me. We're going to fight either way. If we're the first fight, the last fight, it doesn't matter. I think we are the main event of the prelims, which is, I guess, pretty cool, but I don't know. It doesn't matter to me either way.
To talk about your career, obviously, Tony, you know, back-to-back wins in the UFC, doing your thing. Just you beat Adrian. I think it's safe to say this kind of sets you up to try to break through into those top 15 kind of fights and other matchups in the back end of 2022. What are you most looking forward to try to get out of a matchup like this one?
Man, I just want a little bit of respect put on my name. You know, I'm in this thing to fight the best. You know, that's why I want to fight Adrian. I think that he's a good quality opponent. I really do. I think Randy Costa was a good quality opponent. I think everyone I faced is a good quality opponent up until now. I know a lot of people still want to talk shit and they say what they say, but you know, to be in the UFC, like, you have to be good. You know, everyone's good there. So obviously, yeah, I want to keep moving up the ladder. I want a new contract, man. They still didn't want to give me my contract, you know. So I'm at the end of my contract on this fight, and so we'll see what the UFC thinks, you know. But ultimately, I want a new contract. I would like to climb that ladder, you know.
I think people who know about this know what a fun matchup this is expected to play out on Saturday. But I want to ask you specifically, for fans who are going to be tuning in, regardless of the reason, as you've already pointed out, what should they expect when you meet Adrian in the cage on the 18th?
Levels. You're going to see two different levels. You're going to see someone with a very high fight IQ. You know, regardless of what you want to say about me, you can dislike me. That's your right. You know, either way, you're going to tune in, watch. I'm going to show the world exactly what I plan on doing. And it's being smart.
Well, Tony, look, once again, I appreciate the time. Like I said, I know you didn't do too many interviews leading up to this one, so we appreciate it. And best of luck coming up on the 18th. It's going to be a great matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, UFC Austin, Tony Kelly versus Adrian Yanez, headlining the prelims on ESPN+.